Good evening, YouTube. How? Today I'm going to tell you about outsourcing. So, Outsourcing is an arrangement in which one company provides service for another company that could also be or usually have been provided in-house. Outsourcing is a trend that is becoming more common in information technology and other industries for services that have usually been regarded as instrumental to managing the business. In some cases, the entire information manager of a company is outsourced, including planning and business analysis as well as the installation management and services of the network and workstations. Outsourcing can be ranged from large contracts in which a company like IBM manages IT services for a company like Xerox to the practice of hiring contractors and temporary office workers on an individual basis. Let me go a bit further in explaining outsourcing. Currently, outsourcing takes many forms. Organizations still hire service providers to handle distinct business processes, such as benefits management, but some organizations outsource whole operations. The most common form of information technology outsourcing and business process outsourcing. Business process outsourcing encompasses call center outsourcing, human resources outsourcing, finance and accounting outsourcing, and claim process outsourcing. These are some kind of outsourcing. This outsourcing deal involves multi-year contract that can run into hundreds of millions of dollars. Frequently, the people performing the work internally for the client firms are transferred and become employed for the services provider. Dominant outsourcing service provider in the information technology outsourcing and business process outsourcing field includes some big companies like IBM, HP, ICS, Accenture, and many more. Some nimble companies that are short of time and money, such as startup software publisher, apply multi-resourcing using both internal and service provider staff in order to speed up the time to launch. They hire a multi they hire a multitude of outsourcing service providers to handle almost all the aspects of the new project, from product design to software coding to testing to localization and even to marketing and sales. Uh, the process of outsourcing generally encapsulates four stages. The first stage is strategic thinking, to develop the organization philosophy about the role of outsourcing in its activities. The second stage is the second stage is evaluation and selection, to decide on the appropriate outsourcing project and potential location for the work to be done and services provider to be done. The third stage is contract development, to work out the legal pricing and services legal agreement. The fourth the, the fourth stage is outsourcing management or governance, to define the outgoing working relationship between the client and outsourcing service provider. In these all cases, outsourcing success depend on three factors: executing level support, the client organization for outsourcing mission, sample communication to affect the employee, and the client ability to manage its services provider. The outsourcing professional is change of the work on both the client and the provider side. It need to combination of skill in such as area, negotiation, communication, project management, the ability to understand the term and condition of the contract and services with legal agreement, and above all the willingness or the flexibility of the business need to be changed. The challenges of outsourcing become especially actual when the work is being done in different countries since involve languages in terms of time and so on. So, let me tell you the risks of outsourcing. When companies offshore services, even though it may not be core part of the business, those jobs leave home countries for the foreign countries. Outsourcing may increase the risk of the leakage reduce confidential as well as introduce additional privacy and service concern. So let me tell you the advantages of outsourcing. Companies are able to provide service and the process to consume at the cheaper price while still having a large margin for profit. The profit margin benefit both the company as well as consumer. The consumer. The cheaper price leads to an increase of company economy. Although losing jobs hurt the economy because more citizens become unemployed, the cheaper price allows consumers to purchase more products and services which help to rebuild the economy. Let me tell you the disadvantages. There are some drawbacks of outsourcing as well. One of these is that it often eliminates direct communication between the company and its client. This may prevent a company from building solid relationships with their consumer and often leads to dissatisfaction on one or both sides. This is also danger of not able to control some aspect of the company, as outsourcing may lead to delayed communication and project implementation. Any sensitive information in more volunteer and company may become very dependent upon its outsourcing provider, which could lead to problems should be outsourced provider back onto the contract suddenly. So this was the disadvantages. Let me explain you a bit more about outsourcing. Outsourcing also allows companies to focus on other business issues while having the detail taken care of by outside expert. This means that large amount of resources and extension which might fall on the shoulders of managed professionals that can be used for more important broader issues within the company. The specialization company that handles the outsourced work is often streamlined and often had world-class capabilities and access to technology that a company couldn't afford to buy on their own. Plus, if a company is looking to expand outsourcing, it is a cost-effective way to start building foundation for other countries. There are something like telemarketing, call center. These are this kind of the example for outsourcing. So friends, that's it for today. Thanks and meet you soon again. Bye bye. Please subscribe.